Perfect, 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 perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect.
I hope y'all been good. I know it's been
perfect, perfect.
days since we had dripped some sauce, man. I know it's been a lot going on. A lot of things shaking. A lot to talk about. A lot to get into. So let's see what the fuck is.
Perfect, perfect, perfect.
Sauce Nation roll call in and shout out to Side of Pride. We from the north side, the diggity, from the south side. You know, we be doing the south side still. I don't care what y'all think. South side don't let me get off. You know what I'm saying? We the east, the west.
Perfect, perfect.
You know, rep your hood, rep your side, whatever avenue, block, cul-de-sac. You know, let me find out y'all out there representing bus stops. And then start talking y'all smack like them Dallas niggas. don't do that. But yeah, wherever you represent, whatever you get out, your street, block, hood, avenue, cul-de-sac, boulevard, street. I said street twice.
Perfect.
Circle.
Perfect.
Oh yeah, like I said, I'm trying to go to this and that. Astros games coming on. We got fucking get the snacks and all that other good shit. All right, I think we're good. I think we're ready. I think we can actually start. Man. All right. Good. Googity, giggity. There we go. Finally. All right. Players fuck up. Trying to get back into the old Sauce Fest. Got a lot of stuff going on, man. So definitely. What's the motherfucking deal, man? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas Homer network. Man, we talking all sports, but only Houston. Hey, man, if you represent that H, go ahead and hit that like button. If you at least fucking with a team from H, go ahead and hit that like button. Coming off the bye week for the Texans, big day for the Astros. So with some things to talk about today, make sure y'all are ready to get into that. But we got a gentleman from the round getting down with me this evening. Who do we have in the mix tonight?
You got Mr. It Don't Matter, it's your boy Wise.
Oh no, so hold on. One moment I hit the audios with the.
You got the honcho special, huh?
Yes. Then I just everything you think you had to set up, got to re-switch everything back in the motherfucking. Let me see. I don't even know if that's the right one. Let me see. Mic check 1 2. Say something to Mr. Wise.
Yo.
Oh no, that's not it. No sir. All right, hold on. I gotta put y'all on. I think I gotta put on this one. How about now?
Yo.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yo.
All right, then switch from desktop to audio. Okay, there we go. All right, so what's the motherfucking deal, man? Again, like I said, apologize. We got a gentleman from the round getting down. Who we got in the mix tonight, man?
You got your boy Wise up today with the lucky Astros hat. We need that dub today. H-Town. H-Town over everything.
Yeah.
So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get this show started.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And if y'all don't know, man, I love it because I feel like I don't know if the Texans necessarily got that much. I don't even know if they have to have it, but I love with the Astros. It's like it's really Houston against everybody, like you just said, because everybody's rooting against that. And people who have no vested interest, I mean, really just hating on the Astros unnecessarily. I mean, you hear the like, I think there should be this is why I don't like Major League Sports. I'm gonna get into that in just a second. First, we're gonna shout out everybody. I'm gonna remind me about why I don't like the politics of Major League Sports. Let me jot that down because again, like that's the thing that turns me off a lot. But we'll get to that. So let me see what we got in the mix. I see Jabari Pay Q, Arturo Beckett. Let's see. I don't even know how you squat. Chin 420. That's a very interesting thing. Press right. What's the motherfucking deal? Let me see. All about the Astros. Need to find a way to win at home. Going to be a soul crushing and depressing way to lose to that man. Look, we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk. That's why I had to throw a little Astro star on the screen because we got to talk about that too, man. It is. It's a tough day, right? You're in a peculiar spot. Herb Gotti, Charles Montgomery. Shout out to my boy Charles Montgomery. What's the motherfucking deal? DeMarkey. I don't know why you have a Rich Johnson. What's the motherfucking deal? Let's see.
DeMarkey got a wrench everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be on random channels and I'll be like, damn, DeMarkey over here?
DeMark, let me find out you wrench hustling, man. For real, you got like using wrench credentials. I got a wrench on 2 channels over here fucking with this nigga Honcho. So I really just go ahead and throw me a wrench. That's why I be putting your other wrench in the den on layaway because you can't be trusted. I knew something.
He day one though. He a day one though.
I fuck with DeMark. He just a bad chicken sandwich eating ass nigga. But DeMark, that's my dog, man. Jay Boogie, let me see Jamari. Let me see DeAndre. What's the motherfucking deal? Football, what's the motherfucking deal? Lorenzo, what's the motherfucking deal? Okay, you say Max Vasquez, say I live in ATL, but the H is my hometown. Driving to see the Texans this Sunday in North Carolina. Man, hopefully we can have some good streams for y'all this week. The Panthers, we do play the Panthers. There's a lot to talk about coming up with that. Like I want to hold off until later in the week as we get close. Let that in. Well, like right now it's Astros in. Other cities ain't got as much to talk about as Houston does right now. I wish I kept here to give y'all some more Dynamo love, but right now Houston We got big things in the works. We're going to talk some Texans. But we got big things in the works. Right now, it is all about the motherfucking Astros, right? If you watched that game yesterday, it was heartbreaking. It was painful because you almost felt like they had a chance. Like they had a chance, and then it got ugly fast, and bedtime came quick. But looking at tonight, man, Wise, what do you feel this elimination game for the Astros? Everything is on the line. You got two teams trying to make it. Well, one trying to make it back to the World Series to do something that hadn't been done in a long time, and the other who hasn't won one. Who hasn't been there in a long time. What, 2011, 2012, something like that. So, what are your thoughts, man? How are you feeling tonight? Like, what do you feel like the Astros need to do? Because they've been very successful in Rome, struggled at home a little bit, and this being at home is almost like a road game for any other team. How do you feel about that?
Well, they said Dusty Baker's never won a game 7 ever, and the Rangers manager never lost a game 7. But at the same time, last year Dusty Baker had never won a World Series, so I feel 100% confident in this game, man. I really do. I'm not trying to jinx the team or anything like that, but we got Christian Javier on the mound today, and we know what type of spectacular work he can do on the mound. Christian Javier gonna get a lot of ground balls, a lot of strikeouts. He gonna finesse those pitches. He's gonna dominate on the defensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the field for the Astros when it comes to the pitching game. And if he can play all the way up into the 6th, 7th inning, that would be great for us. And we don't got to get the bullpen involved into the 8th and the 9th. And then on the offensive side of things, we're going against Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer is a pitcher that the Astros are very familiar with. This is a guy that the Astros have been able to eat against a lot, especially on the offensive side of the ball. This guy is coming off an injury. We've seen what we did to him early in the series. We was able to get the game going. I think that was game 3 we played against him, and we had a lot of offense going. So I think the offense gets going early. We put a lot of runs on the board. Christian Javier is going to hold it down until like the 7th inning. Then it's going to be all up to the bullpen with Matan, Hector Norris, Abreu, and of course, don't forget about I can't think of his name right now. Oh man, dang! Why I can't think of his name right now? But our closer. Presley, yeah, Ryan Presley. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't think of his name, but I could see his face. But yeah, they gotta hold it down. So this game is gonna come down to the end, and I expect a big game out of Jordan. I expect Jordan to show up today. I expect Altuve to show up today. I expect Bregman to show up today. All the veterans should show up today. And especially, we need a guy like Kyle Tucker to step it up. Kyle Tucker's been missing throughout this whole series. He hasn't been hitting the ball well. He hasn't been seeing the ball really good. So if he can get his game going today, it would be a perfect time for him to redeem himself. And Pena's been great on the defensive side of the ball. And at playing at shortstop, and made a lot of big catches and he saved a lot of runs. But he got to put a home run on the board this playoff series. So I think the bats get awakened is Max Scherzer. He's gonna get rattled early, and we can see probably the Rangers go to their bullpen probably within the 4th inning, 3rd, 4th inning. So if we can get to their bullpen early, they have one of the weakest bullpens in the MLB. It'll be great for this Houston Astros offense. But we've got to continue to put runs on the board because we've seen how Arlington was able to put runs on the board late in the 9th inning yesterday.
That shit hurt my soul. That shit hurt my heart just a little bit.
Grand slams and everything.
But so again, it is a big day and it is a huge statement. So I'm gonna drop a comment. I'm gonna drop a question, right? And I really had to think about it because, me kind of loosely following the Astros up until more so the last couple of years and then really putting this into context, I had to think about it and I had to it really took me some time to decide if I agree with this or not. But here's a comment. I'm gonna put the poll in the chat, right? But I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all think. Is Jose Altuve Houston's greatest athlete? And if not, who is?
See, this is why I gotta join the Discord because we had this conversation. We had this conversation before the playoff, maybe 2 months ago, and then after that big game 6, we had to revisit that conversation because me and Hector was saying Altuve already had it before this playoff series even started. But the guys in the chat was arguing that it was the dream. So I love the dream. Don't get me wrong, but Altuve been holding it down for a long time, man. And we ain't never seen a run of a team like this ever in Houston history, other than the Houston Comets. So shout out to Cynthia Cooper. Shout out to Tina Turner. Shout out to Tina Turner.
Shout out to Tina Turner too. Fuck it.
Cheryl Swoops. Yeah, shout out to Tina Turner too. But yeah, Cheryl Swoops and all of them, bro. So yeah, man. It has to be Altuve, man. He's the guy that he tried out for the Astros. The Astros sent him back home. He came back. They gave him an opportunity. He got it out the mud. He literally went through all those 100-loss teams, and he was still with the Astros when we was wearing the red jerseys. And he was able to elevate his career. He defied the odds. At a guy being 5'6", that small, with a low center of gravity in baseball, that's very difficult to do. So with all the odds against him, he was able to defeat those odds and become one of the greatest second basemen in baseball of all time. And also, he's the clutchest baseball postseason home run hitter of all time. So I think he's only behind Manny Ramirez with second all time. He just needs 3 more home runs to pass him up for most career home runs in the playoffs. So if he does that, man, he might be considered top baseball players of all time, top 10, top 20, all when it's all said and done. So it's hard to argue that. And Hakeem is one of the top 10, top 15 NBA players of all time. So, but Hakeem got 2 chips and Altuve got 2, but Altuve been to more. So,
yeah. And the thing you got to think about, this is my thought about it is, you look at the 2-2, and there's a couple other factors you got to take into account. The dominance in which they've done it. You know, 7 years in a row, like that like you have to go through the Astros on your way. The Rockets had some runs. You know, they were a formidable playoff team, but just the dominance in which the Astros have done it, and then, you know, the fact that Altuve is not done. That is the thing. He's still got some tread left on the tires. You know what I mean? Like, he's still playing at an extremely high level right now with all the accolades that he possesses. So it's kind of a, I don't want to say it's a no-brainer. It hurts my heart to say it, but Hakeem may be a number 2. But I mean, it don't hurt my heart to say it because that means Altuve's doing great things. So that means it's good for the city of Houston either way. You know, sometimes you gotta be surpassed. You can only hold your legacy for so long. Somebody else got to come and shine. AB, man, you not Tina Thompson. And I think she did she pass away? So may she rest in peace if that's the case. But Tina Thompson did have them lips, my boy. I mean, look, I watch the WNBA game just I ain't paying attention to no. I don't want to know nothing. I don't give a damn what's going on. But anyway, that's a different subject. This might turn into a den topic real quick. But no, definitely hope for the Astros. Definitely root for the Astros. So make sure y'all tune into that. We will have y'all done in time for y'all to enjoy your Astros. So we took a week off. Everybody apparently, Sauce as well, myself. Been working on some things in the background, and It was a bye week for the Texans, right? I know that's why y'all here. We don't give a damn about the Astros, honcho. We don't even live in Houston, half of us. Some of us are goddamn Rangers fans. We secretly root for the Cowboys, too. Just talk about the goddamn Texans. Talk about some goddamn pig skin, honcho, please. That's what we want to hear. Thank you very much. I know that's what y'all want. I know y'all don't want to hear us talk about the Astros because y'all some haters, but it's okay. But the Texans back. CJ Stroud. Made his rounds this weekend, man. Made a stop on, what was it, College Game Day? I didn't get a chance to check it out. But what did you take away? Did you get a chance to see it? Did you get a chance to see what he was on and what was he
Oh
talking about?
yeah, yeah. And people were still in my tweet. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I mean,
know.
people that show love, they show love. But CJ was on there. He was making his picks for the college games and things of that sort. And he was saying it's a guy in Florida State that he liked, one the second best receiver in the draft, Nick Casario, man. We know you'd be listening to the sauce. Go ahead and draft Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman, to me, he might be the best receiver in the draft. I mean, Marvin Harrison is that dude, but we know we ain't gonna be able to get Marvin Harrison Jr. Let's just be realistic.
Plus, his daddy
Marvin
a
Harrison
killer.
going top. And his dad is a killer, a murderer. But he beat the case. So I mean, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, Keon Coleman, he got that body. He can make contested catches. He impacts the game. And CJ said that he really liked that guy. So CJ throwing some things out there. All I need Nicky Casario to do is pay attention, just like he paid attention to CJ when it came to drafting Tank Dell. So CJ was out there. He presented himself well. He was able to fit in with the crew. So it was good to see. And then he came back to Houston the following day and had a football camp for the youth. So this guy's just impressive, bro. It doesn't matter what he does. And then he has this aurora. Like when he was at Ohio State, all the cameras on him, everybody following him. CJ. Now he a superstar.
Yeah.
We ain't never had nothing like that before. We had booty bandits, Deshaun's, but you see how he do. He get paid and then he switched to a whole different person. He was showing that fake. We should have known that Buster was crying when he got that contract. He wasn't a real one. So CJ is that
he
guy.
told us though. He told us with the slime. He told us he was slime. That's why I told y'all not to be sliming in the chat. Y'all was slime with the little snake and shit. He told y'all the nigga was a snake. Look, see, when motherfucker tell you who they is, you gotta believe him. Goddamn. See,
But you know what's a good point, Honcho? A couple videos we was doing, like not last week but the week before, you kept asking like, we want to see what happens when CJ faces adversity, and we finally got to see that this week.
Yeah,
and the prediction came true. Like the prediction came true. It was like, shit, if he throw an interception, he gonna come back the same of the next drive and throw a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened, bro. So, I mean, everything this kid do, I mean, I can't say nothing bad about him. It's hard for me to find something bad to say about the kid, and it's impressive. And I hope that he continues to excel at the rate that he's going. And the Houston Texans should be very blessed to have a franchise quarterback, because we waited 23 long years to get something like this, bro. And trying to fathom how it feels to have a real quarterback at the helm of this franchise. And if the team can keep doing it right and put the right pieces around him, we can go somewhere we've never been before. And I think we're in a situation right now where we can compete. I know a lot of people saying we're not in win now mode, but being 500 right now, you got a rookie quarterback. Why not go get that valuable experience and try to get him into the playoffs? You never know what can happen.
I agree. And the one thing I don't like that. I like that he's making his voice known, but I also don't like that because then other teams maybe that nigga CJ won't. Oh boy, okay, well, yeah, we go ahead and slide in. We gonna snake him. You know what I'm saying? And I see Deshaun. We don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna say we don't care. Some people may care. I'm not saying I don't care. I may revel in it a little bit because he's a bitch ass nigga. But it's just that at this point, we don't double back. We don't carry no change. You know what I'm saying? You don't double back to your exes. We don't double back to ex bitch ass niggas that played on the team. When he's looking for a second string job somewhere, he'll be begging to come back. But we won't want him. You know what I'm saying? And once old gal, I don't know if they even still together or not, do whatever it is she does, as these type of things tend to happen. He gonna be like the next nigga to get Will Smith. It's gonna be Deshaun. Like after he broke and ain't getting no PT career's basically over now. He wasn't looking good really that much before this, and now he getting hurt. He wasn't the sharpest tool in the shed. He getting concussion issues. Like he ain't gonna come back brighter after that. So I mean, it's really only downhill from here. That's what happens when you guarantee booty bandits money. But yeah,
And can we ban people that live in Houston or that's not from Houston that's going to NRG Stadium still? I went to a game and I'm seeing these guys still wearing DW Booty Bandits jerseys to the game, bro. We got CJ Stroud. Go buy CJ Stroud jersey. Stop wearing that jersey, man. I don't care if that was your last dollars or anything like that, bro. Just wear a red shirt. Wear a blue shirt. Don't wear that jersey, man. This dude, he basically said, fuck you to the city. When he came out, you know how every player come out and put a thank you to the city in the newspaper or a tweet or Instagram post? He didn't do any of that. He said, fuck you, H-Town, I'm out of here. And y'all still support this guy by wearing his jersey and his name on your back. And I'm not the type of dude that wear jerseys, but this guy CJ Stroud made me buy a jersey. So stop wearing this man's jersey. And if you keep wearing this jersey, man, and I see you at the game with the jerseys on, bro, I'm ripping that shit off, bro. I'm sorry. We're gonna have to catch ones right there.
fade, like, look, you do better. Look, go buy you a red shirt. Go buy you a what's that shit? Like, not the white erase. What's the little white? The whiteout. Go get your whiteout pen, and a motherfucker just draw you a 7 on your shit. Do something, man. Like, get rid of all Deshaun Watson jerseys in Houston. Even you Negroes who wearing the brown ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, get rid of all that shit. Unless it's a rug or something of that sort. Like, get rid of all that shit. You know, but we moved on from that. You know, it is what it is. We are off to better things. And it's good. We actually didn't really get to talk about last week because, we, like I say, took the week off. Really after the game, didn't get a chance to talk about it. But you did see him face adversity. And it was the craziest kind of situation because he throws the interception and it comes right back. Like, and so it's just, I've never seen something so strange, especially for a person's first, interception. But it's just, it's crazy. It just feels like you said he has this aura around him that you can't help but love what he's doing currently right now in Houston. You know what I mean?
His first completion was to himself. That's just crazy, bro. The only other person to do that was Brett Favre.
That's wild. But again, like I said, it's very interesting. But this week is going to be a very interesting conversation because of who we face and because of the storylines coming into the season prior to. And so I know a lot of people are going to be making comparisons about that. And not necessarily to get into the Texans versus the Panthers. But I would say at one point early in the season, a lot of people would probably have the opposite views of what would have happened right now than actually what is happening. And that may be a little confusing the way that came out. But a lot of people are on the other side of reality, I guess you could say. A lot of people were very pro Bryce. They didn't think that light-skinned CJ was going to be able to, hold his weight. And, things have turned around. And, CJ said some things early on that turned some people off. I'm not against a person who is confident, right? Like, I'm not against a person who knows their role, they play their role, and I'm not saying that their role might be leader, but it's like you said, hey, I ain't a test taker, I'm a football player. Like, I'm 100% with that. Like, when I talk about stat sexuals and people who put these weird nuances, like, I'm going to be honest, I know a couple of y'all in here are stat sexuals. I know some stat sexuals in the chat. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I still fuck with y'all. But it's just like, it's a weird thing to me to, like, base your views off of these quote-unquote advanced numbers when there's a lot of things that get that aren't accounted for, right? And so people will get into that and they'll look at these numbers, they'll make, this guy's better than this because of this, that, and the third. And, again, it doesn't really mean anything because we've seen time and time again all of these advanced statistics that they've come up with for these guys end up, not meaning anything. Let me take this fucking poll down too. Y'all should have got your voting. We got a 77 to 23% that yes, Jose Altuve is Houston's greatest athlete. All right, well, if y'all feel that way, who is number 2 and number 3? Y'all drop that in the chat. But so you get all these people, all the stats and all the people go about all that bullshit. But when it comes to what actually happens on the field, it's a different story. So you come with these tests, you come with these Wonderlic scores, you come with these different drills and shit that you got for the
Extra
goddamn. You,
scores.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like all that shit. Like, and I get 40s matter, but do 40s really fucking matter? Like, and when do you really just run a straight fucking 40 in a game? You know what I mean?
You play football before. It's the difference between football speed and track speed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Dudes that play track, they can't always play football.
No.
Some dudes can, not all. Majority can't. It's a whole different thing. You got to be elusive. You got to be agile. You got to be able to know how to make cuts, and you got to have a good change of direction. So it's a lot of things that go into it, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's why I say like all that stuff to me is more for the fans, I guess. And I know you can say, well, they're good measuring sticks for it. Really, really, because this like you said, it's a lot of guys who can run you an incredible 40 time, but that shit don't translate to the field. Like if that was the case, shit, Wendell Williams would have had the longest career of anybody. You know what I mean? You see guys like Will Fuller
John
still.
Ross.
Yeah, you see these guys. A lot of these guys tend to be kind of fragile, but you see that speed doesn't necessarily translate to success. The fastest guys aren't having the best success in the league. They're up there, but it's only a part of what they bring to the table. So, and I get it. It's easy to do a lot of shit, uncontested. Again, when you train for drills, like a lot of these motherfuckers do. So, like again, a lot of this shit gets misinterpreted. Other than game film, and again, you're talking about the quality of competition that motherfuckers play. There's so many fucking factors that go into shit. Like, you can try to come with all this, but a lot of this shit is a crapshoot because you see guys that was on nobody's radar, being standout players. You see guys who were supposed to be the greatest quarterback of all time, and they really don't have that great of a career. Who was it? I remember when it was supposed to be Sam Bradford was supposed to be the greatest quarterback to ever come in the league. Now it's supposed to be what Trevor Lawrence in the last couple. He's supposed to be the greatest thing to ever touch a football life. And you see the experts and what they say. Again, we ain't no experts. We just the fans talking to the fans. It's always been that way. That's what makes the sauce the sauce. It makes you act that like, but yeah, it's just like, come on, bro. You got to stop doing that. But so I respect him for what he said when he says, "Hey, I'm not no test taker. I'm a football player." Because when the lights come on, it's a different fucking feeling. Like you're gonna feel much different Friday night, Saturday, Sunday mornings, afternoons, even whenever you playing, when those lights come on, compared to when excuse me. Pardon me. Compared to when you're, in an indoor AC running drills with nobody aiming to knock your fucking head off. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different fucking feeling. That shit. Excuse me. That shit doesn't. Thank you. It doesn't translate to me. So a lot of that shit doesn't. Again, you have to look at the game. So I know people are kind of down on him for that. And a lot of people were very pro Bryce early on. How do you think people are looking at that now? Do you think people are still holding on hope that Bryce is going to be a quality quarterback? Do you think he's still kind of finding himself, or are people looking at him unfairly because of what CJ is actually doing, and maybe he's not looking as crisp, if you will?
I'm gonna be modest again this week. I ain't gonna do no slanders to no other team. So, I think he's a phenomenal quarterback. I think he has a lot of potential, Bryce Young. If he can get the right pieces around him, maybe he can excel. I mean, the running game not helping them too much with Carolina over there. They got Miles Sanders in free agency, and he hasn't been working out too well for them. But they got Chuba Hubbard, who they drafted a few years ago from Oklahoma State, and he's coming off one of his best games, and they seem not to start him for some reason. And then he's dealing with a coach that we're very familiar with, Frank Wright, who was the coach for the Indianapolis Colts over the last few years. And we've seen what Frank Wright did while he was here with the Colts. I think he had one playoff appearance. So I think if he can get the right coaching staff around him, if he can get some weapons around him, he can be successful in the NFL. Usually when you look at short quarterbacks like Drew Brees, even Steve Young and those guys, they struggle early in their career, like the first 2 years. So once he go through that little struggle, the first two maybe 3 years, he's able to see the field better. He's able to get that anticipation. Then I think Bryce Young will be on the right track. Do the big question was for the Panthers organization and why this is going to be a huge game is the Panthers coaching staff believed that CJ Stroud was the best quarterback in the draft. The Panthers owner was the one that wanted to draft Bryce Young with the number one pick. So at the end of the day, I believe that Bryce is going to have a good career. He's a phenomenal quarterback. I'm not going to slander the young man. He does look. I went to the Dolphins game last week and I got to see him in person. He is very small. He is very, very small. His helmet is huge.
Oh
His
no,
helmet is huge,
looking
and
like Donkey Kong mode.
yeah, he takes a lot of sacks. He takes a lot of hits, but he is a little bit elusive out in the pocket. He can't get outside the pocket. He can't escape. He can't like Will Anderson will be able to chase him down once he gets outside of the tackles. But he has a nice connection with Adam Thielen, so I'm glad that they got him a veteran receiver that he can trust and the number one target like Adam Thielen because that seems to be going right for them thus far. And we still got a tough task in front of us because I mean we are the Texans at the end of the day, and this is a trap game. We coming off the bye week 3-3. They are 0-6 team. So like D'Amico Ryan said in his interview today, hey, they're still a good team. When we watch the film, they got talent everywhere on the defensive side of the ball, on the offensive side of the ball. So this is a team that we can't take lightly, and I think that our defense got to come into this game. We got to apply pressure on this young kid up the middle. We got to give Malik. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to slander you, Malik Collins. You got to get home, bruh. Malik Collins. I seen Sheldon Rankins got a sack last week. That was because he was playing his old team. But Malik Collins, Sheldon Rankins, y'all got to create that pressure up the middle so that our linebackers can blitz those gaps and hopefully our edge can get home with Will Anderson Jr. and Jonathan Grenard. So I think Bryce Young is a phenomenal quarterback, and he can hopefully he can start getting things going. But to me, I was an Anthony Richardson's guy too. I like the Anthony Richardson. I think Anthony Richardson. It's unfortunate that he got hurt. He's got hurt in every game. But I've seen that in the preseason. I'm like, bro, why they got him doing running back drills with the Colts? You shouldn't have your quarterback doing running back drills throughout the whole camp. And that was kind of concerning to me. They need to learn how to protect that kid, let him use his arm a little bit more. But all three of these quarterbacks, it's good to see three black quarterbacks taken at the top of the draft. That's something we haven't seen before. And I think all three of these kids can have good careers in the long run if the teams continue to build around them if they have the right coaching staffs.
Okay.
So no slander to Bryce Young, but the kid, he's looked good thus far. Let's just say that. Take that how you want to take
Yeah,
it.
no Bryce Young slander still not right now. All right.
We'll wait till next Monday
Mm,
for all of that.
yeah, yeah. Shelly, you, your snapper, your team, get your ass up out of here. Oh, you're a Panthers fan. You used to coming out talking all that shit. Keep pounding. Like, where you pounding now? Yeah, you pounding the fucking desk because y'all drafted that little mighty Mitch. Anyway, shout out to Shelly. Good to see you, Miss Shelly. It's always good to see you. Not really, but
What's the TV show with the Tom and Jerry?
oh,
Yeah, he Jerry,
I can see that. Yeah, that's
Mighty
definitely good.
Mouse.
Yeah. But and you brought up a good point though with AR getting sidelined for a little while, and well, everybody else kind of doing whatever they're doing. What do you feel about the Texans and their standings? I mean, their chance to be a contender in the division. I know the Jags, I think, won, and they're looking like a credible. What's the word I'm looking for? Not component, but
There is not.
I mean,
You
I'm
know
just saying
what? I'm not gonna slander.
as
I'm
far
not gonna
yeah,
slander.
yeah. As far as the race, I'm trying to use proper. Like they look like a formidable comparison as far as a challenger for the AFC South crown. Do you think it's reasonable? We're not going to say that Texans are. Do you think it's reasonable to believe that the Texans could possibly win the AFC South in CJ's first year?
Yeah, I put money on it before the season started. I bet $400 that the Texans was going to win the division and make the playoffs. I seen how weak the division was, and the way that it's turning out right now. it's very possible, especially with our strength of schedule. We got a lot of winnable games coming up. I think we got the Cardinals, we got the Panthers, we got Tampa Bay, we got the Jags, we got the Titans, and the Titans look like they selling everything away right now. It seems like they starting to rebuild mode. We got the Jags again. I mean, we got a very favorable schedule, and we got the Colts again. So we got a very favorable schedule. There's some games that we need to go out there and win and dominate. We can't be the old Texans and lose games that we shouldn't be losing. We got to go out and win those games. The thing I've seen about this team early in this year is we're beating teams that we never beat before. We have beat them before, but we haven't beat them the way like that. We haven't had no convincing wins or wins where it came down to the last moment and we was able to get it done. And that's what I liked about that win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's what I liked about that Pittsburgh win. That's what I liked about that Saints win. Right now, we're second in the division. We're second in the division, and the Jaguars, to me, right now, yeah, they beat the Bills. They had two games back to back in England. Yeah, they beat the Saints. Yeah, but to me, the Jaguars is an impressive team. They got a tough schedule coming up for them. They got to play teams like the Baltimore Ravens. I forget the rest of their schedule, but they got a little tough schedule coming up, and it's going to be a real test to see if they're going to be able to keep up with the Houston Texans because we got it out for them boys. I've been seeing a lot of slander from the Jacksonville Jaguar fans talking about C.J. Stroud as a bust, that he's going to be a 1 year hit wonder and all of this stuff. But it's all right. I think CJ is going to be able to get it done. I believe in D'Amico's abilities to coach up this team. And the one thing about it is D'Amico's players believe in him. He's a player's coach. He's been a player. He's been a captain on this team. He's been a captain with the Eagles. He knows how to. He's a leader of men, so he knows how to get guys to buy in and go all out for him at the end of the day. So this team hasn't. It's crazy that over the last 4 years, the most wins this team has had is 4 wins. So if we go out and win this game this week, we're gonna be tied for the most wins we had in a while. Uh, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great, and it's gonna give some of these guys in the locker room that started off with this franchise and got drafted in 2019 and drafted in 2020. It was like we haven't really seen any winning season since we've been here. Finally, they're gonna get that taste of winning, and it's gonna go into these younger guys, and those younger guys are gonna be buying in. And you kind of seen that with the draft class last year. You had Stingley, you had Kenyon Green. Unfortunately, both of those guys are injured right now, but you had Pierce and all of those guys, and those guys came in hungry. Petrie too. Those guys came in hungry. You heard a lot of things behind the scenes saying they was at the facility at 5 a.m. They staying in the facility to 8 o'clock at night. They bought in. They trying to change the culture and things of that sort. And they started. They set that little foundation. And now CJ came in, and now he's having the team and everybody around the team surround buy into what he's doing. They believe in him. It's not like they got Davis Mills as the him at quarterback, where Davis Mills gonna throw an interception and lose the game at the end of the game. I think it's a very winnable division. I think CJ Stroud will get it done. I think he should win Rookie of the Year, and I think, and I see a lot of people on Twitter and social medias and their comments on the videos saying the Texans is not in win now mode. Why not? Why shouldn't we be in win now mode? I mean, you got an opportunity, you got an easy schedule. The AFC is wide open right now. We've seen the Buffalo Bills just lose to the Patriots yesterday. We've seen the Broncos just beat the Packers. We've seen these 1-5 teams winning games this past week. So at the end of the day, anything is possible in this league. Any team can take down any team. And if the Texans sneak in and we got to play a Jaguars the first round, we got to pay a team. I mean, we might get a rematch against the Ravens. Even if we might not win that game, it's still going to be valuable experience for these young guys like CJ Stroud, like Tank, like Will Anderson and these guys, because they're going to get that taste of winning and they're going to taste that first playoff loss and they're going to be like, we want to be there again and we want to make sure we go further than we did before. And so I think people forget that the Texans haven't been past the divisional round in the playoffs. We either make it to the wild card, we make it to the divisional round. We've never been to an AFC championship. So I think this team needs to be a little bit aggressive when it comes. I know it was a rumor that came out this week from ESPN that Nick Caserio was saying that he's kind of content with the roster right now. unless it's a guy that can come in and can make a huge impact to the team. In the trade deadline is next week. I think it's a week from today. No, a week from tomorrow. Um, so if it's a guy available out there, go ahead and get the deal done. They've been saying this guys like Chase Young, uh, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, uh, Derrick Henry. It's a lot of guys available on the market right now, and we got to be aggressive. A lot of problems with the Houston Texans in the past is like what Nick Casario said: is we get complacent, we get content with the team that we got, even though we see the holes on the team and we know that we can improve in those certain positions, and then we never get past that next level. So. To get past that next level, we do got to be a little bit aggressive. We've seen what the Philadelphia Eagles did today. The Titans keep blessing the Eagles. They gave him AJ Brown last year. They're giving him Kevin Byard today. I don't even know. Like, what is going on with the Tennessee Titans? They want to bring back the Oiler uniforms and then they want to go into rebuild mode. So we see the Titans going to rebuild mode. The coach just lost AR-15 for the season, Anthony Richardson. And, hey, if something happened to Trevor Lawrence, and I hope they don't. I don't want to wish injury on anybody, but this division is ours. It ain't no question about it.
Yeah, I definitely see it's very, very possible for the Texans to have some success. I'm not gonna say we're gonna win it all. I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose it all. Damn, we do got a few more minutes before we get ready to wrap it up. I know y'all are gonna want to get ready for them strolls. Couple of things. Uh, First and foremost, a lot of stuff. It's a lot of shit I'm working on in the background because I've been telling y'all there's some shit I want to do, and the reason I can't tell y'all specifically what it is that I really want to do and what's going, because y'all know y'all have been around the sauce long enough, and y'all know in this city it's some old sauce stealing ass motherfuckers, right? And if I was to say it ahead of time, motherfuckers be trying to figure out how to make it happen and try to emulate it and swear that they came up with it before the sauce did it, right? So just know that uh it's only going to get better, right? It's just taking a little bit of time to get some things. But anyway, just y'all stay tuned because I'm telling y'all, I want to talk about it. I'm itching to talk about it, but when y'all see it and when we actually start rocking with it, and the things that start when we start doing it in the sauce, y'all gonna be like, yeah, it's live and fire. But um do say we appreciate y'all. Again, apologies for not giving the heads up. Definitely intended to go last week. Between just taking a bye week and then on Friday, I don't know what the hell happened. I was coming back from the store and it was just like my shit just went south. Like my stomach started fucking up, and so we'll just leave that with that. But so my apologies for that. But we will be rocking back on track this week. So y'all know, pull up 6 o'clock. Uh, Definitely gonna get this win tonight because we need it. But why, Mr. Wiseman, anything you want to say before we get ready to slide up out of here?
Yeah, it's something I gotta say. Shout out to my Houston Rockets. They don't be getting no love.
Mm.
My Rockets play on Wednesday. It's a season opener. We played the Orlando Magics or the Orlando Tragics
Oh
for my boy
Lord.
Spitz. See, Spitz, me and my boy Spitz, we cool, bro. But we got a lot of beef right now because we playing the Rangers, the Arlingtons. That's his favorite team, and then the Orlando Magic is his favorite team. Him, I don't understand it. How you a Rangers fan and how you a Magic fan? I do understand, but I don't understand. But shout out to my Rockets. Shout out to Jalen Greens and all them guys. Hopefully we have a good season this year. Coach Ime, do your thing. Shout out to them Astros. We got that lucky hat on tonight. We got to get that dub. Let's go ahead and get to this World Series. Let's get that rematch against the Phillies. Or if we play the Diamondbacks, they can get this work too. And shout out to my boy Broderick. Good stream yesterday. I seen you do your thing. That was phenomenal, brother, and that was a huge step in your life. And shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit the live stream. I said make sure you hit the live stream. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the comments. Join the Patreon if you ain't joined the Patreon and get in the Discord because it's only gonna get better after this bye week. We've been fiending for football. I'm glad we got that bye week over with, and thank y'all for supporting the sauce as always because without y'all, it is no soft sports, and we value y'all opinion too. Just don't think we sitting up here and talking and we disregard what y'all say. We do value what y'all say, and at the end of the day, your opinion matters too. That's why the team has started taking the direction that they've been taking.
Exactly. The voice of the people, the Sauce, man, representing for the city. Yeah, make sure you support Patreon. I'm gonna be just y'all stay tuned. Don't miss no Sauce. The next, I'm like I said, I'm doing a whole lot of working in the background, trying to get something. I've had some epiphanies today. So we're gonna get this thing back rolling, get that Sauce energy back. Make sure you don't miss no Sauce. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you tell a friend. You want to support the Sauce. The easiest ways, the ways down below at Honcho ENT on any of those platforms. Go to Patreon up there at Salt Sports. Make sure you're following on all the proper social media. Salt Sports on Facebook and YouTube. On Twitter, I keep calling college city X Twitter, same shit. I'm pointing over there. Make sure y'all follow Instagram at Salt Sports HTX. Yeah, just y'all stay tuned. When I tell y'all it's gonna go down, it's going to go down. Make sure y'all are watching, especially this week. Make sure you watching. I'm gonna holler at you about that when we get off the stream here. We'll jump in the Discord here. We'll chop it up. Make sure, yeah. And if you're in the Sauce Discord, man, make slide in the Discord for the Astros game, man. Y'all see it ain't just the Texans game, the Astros game too, and all that. So that's a bet. We definitely gonna make that shake. Bet that. I'll make that. We'll definitely. I'm gonna make sure I get these other little things tweaked out too, so we make sure we get them on there. All right, but that's a bet, man. Hey, it's game time. Go Stros, go Houston, go Texans, go Rockets, Dynamo, Dash. Go Comets, even though they ain't balling no most. The Skeeters, the whatever, the Space Cowboys, and
Yeah,
everything and everybody
that
else.
was a wild name. That was a wild name. Now I think about it.
Man, hey, if you're in the Discord, folks in the Discord, oh, ski. But that's a bet, man. I appreciate y'all again. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for fucking with the Sauce, man. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. is going down. And we out. We out of this. Adios. Adios, amigos. All of that shit. Yeah.